Greetings and salutations, folks. My name is Nick, and welcome back to GreedFall, where last time Constantine went missing, the healer that I had brought to him had taken him on a journey, and that journey had led him to a ridiculous battle scene that encompassed several locations. There were many explosions. There were many fires. Trees were still on fire from the explosions. The Bridge Alliance was involved.
Colonials? You must have gotten lost to have come this far from nowhere. To whom do I owe the
Oh,
honor?
Desardet of the
Desardet.
Congregation.
I am legate of the Congregation of Merchants on this island.
A legate? Here? Pardon my dismay, but we don't get many official sorts around here. Captain Idris. I am the ranking officer in charge of this Bridge Alliance outpost. What can I do for you, milady?
Yeah, there's a fight going on. I think Bridge Alliance folks were involved.
I am looking for Constantin d'Orsay, the island governor of the Congregation of Merchants.
A governor? Here? Whatever would he be doing in this rat hole?
My cousin was part of an expedition in this region. His men and his camp were attacked. They nearly all died. But we found no trace of his body, which has us hoping that he may still be alive, wounded and holding up somewhere, or even captured.
Have you cast your suspicions in our direction? I hope this is a joke.
There were Bridge
We've had
Alliance
neither
bodies.
reinforcements nor supplies for weeks. In my book, we've been totally forgotten. I wouldn't risk the few lives remaining to attack a governor's camp. I'm not crazy. I'm truly sorry for your cousin, Excellency, but we haven't seen him. And we definitely haven't kidnapped him. The region is dangerous. The natives are heartless. You should be looking in their direction.
You do know that we found the bodies of several men from the garrison up there, don't you?
How could you be sure?
One of them was carrying a note, signed by your hand.
And they are dead. I had hoped they'd have survived and would eventually return.
Okay,
Explain
who are we
yourself,
talking
Captain.
about?
What were your men doing on the cliff top?
They were monitoring the zone. They were to warn us of any troop movements. We have lost too many men to surprise attacks. We decided to take initiative and be ready. Yesterday, we heard screams and saw some strange lights up there. But I was hoping...
And you didn't go and see for yourself? You hear screams, certainly those of your own men, and you don't do anything.
That seems to
So
be
the
a
last of
consistent
my men
theme
gave up their lives for nothing as
very
well.
recently.
You can think of me as a coward if you like.
I will.
But me, I'm taking no more unnecessary risks.
Why do I have the feeling that you're holding something back from me?
Captain, my name is Afra. You might remember me. I passed by this outpost with my fellow scholars.
The Lost Expedition. Yes, I remember.
Her Excellency was able to extract us from the situation we found ourselves in.
Her Excellency has powers that I do not possess.
I'm casting no stones at you. You are isolated and without resources, and understandably a bit angry. You have the feeling that the powerful of this world have abandoned you, and you want to make them pay. But a life hangs in the balance. We must save him.
You were right. I will tell you everything I know.
All right.
One of the men I'd posted there returned during the night.
A survivor. Excellent. Did he tell you what happened?
He wasn't able to say a word. He collapsed unconscious 2 steps past the doorway.
Convenient.
Our nurse sits with him, but there is little hope that he will come back to himself. His wounds are extremely serious. He's just refusing to die.
I am sorry to hear that, Captain. Perhaps we could do something for him.
Go and see the nurse. Perhaps you can do something to help the poor boy. I can't take it anymore. To lose another man. Anything else?
I think that's it, I
Where is
guess.
he going?
I would very much like to do the same. Safe journey, Your Excellency.
Yeah, sure, why not? I'll just add these. Will I do them? I don't know. But at the very least, they will be attached. Let's go listen to the survivor's tale. Or see what we can do to help out the survivor.
What are you doing there? This is an infirmary.
Yes,
I know.
I'm aware of that.
I've come to see the wounded soldier. The captain told me you might need my help.
That is very kind of him. But alas, it's a little late.
What are you saying? Is the soldier...
No, he still lives. But I've been asking the captain for weeks to escort me on a mission to replenish my stocks. I no longer have a single remedy. And now that we have a wounded patient, I can only wipe water on his brow and hope.
Do you know what type of remedy would allow him to survive?
Yes, at least I think so. It's a known potion that heals burns.
I see. Give me the recipe. We'll go and see that it's prepared for you.
Thank you. Because of you, this poor boy might be able to survive his wounds.
Do I already have the... I don't have it. Okay. Can I make it? Where was the crafting bench? Let's see if we can actually make this. Is that it? No. This is it. Sovereign potion against burns. Okay. I'm not going to replenish your stocks, but at the very least you can take care of your one patient.
Were you able to concoct the potion against burns?
Yes, I was. Might we administer it?
Give it to me. I'll take care of this. There. We must wait and be patient now.
Will he make it?
I hope so. We'll know soon enough. This potion is extremely potent.
And if he survives, when could we speak to him?
Come back tomorrow at the same time. We'll know more then.
Very well. I'll come back tomorrow.
See you soon. And thank you again for your help.
Great. Where is there a nearby campfire so I can just pass by 24 hours? Alright, it's been 24 hours. What do you have to say for yourself?
Hello, soldier. How are you doing?
Better. A lot better. Are you the one who saved me? The nurse told me.
I simply prepared the potion that she told me how to make. Nothing more. Could you tell me what happened during the attack?
I will try. They're not really memories I'm fond to bring back. A lot of my friends died up there. We were posted up on the peak to follow rebel movement. It had been a couple of days when we heard sounds of fighting not far from our position. Men were screaming in our own language. So we went to see what was happening. Soldiers of the Coin Guard and an islander were trying to protect a young man. He seemed dire ill.
Konstantin Katasak and his escort. Who were they fighting against?
Dozens of wild animals. They seemed completely enraged and intent on devouring them. And there were flames.
Flames? Where were they coming from?
I don't know.
Okay, so I'm
My
getting the
friends,
impression
all
that
the soldiers fell one after the other.
the healer wanted to ask the island to save Constantine.
Fire. But I thought I saw another
And I get
islander.
the idea that that Constantine...
He's the one who took the sickened man. There was practically no one left on the battlefield.
The island said
Did
no.
I passed out. I came to when I heard voices of islanders approaching.
And then it also sounds like a Mega Man
To finish off the wounded.
kidnapped
I got up.
Constantine. If
The
I can
difficulty
find this Mega Man,
fled.
I could
Dragged
find
myself away.
Constantine. As for the healer, though,
And you know the rest.
I'm going to have to go and find these rebels.
You shouldn't do that. They killed all of my friends. You take a great risk.
That's enough. Rest now. You're still far from having recovered.
Yes. It's best I leave you now. I've learned enough. I'll have a word with your captain. Goodbye.
Do I really need to talk to the captain? Well, at least I don't have to talk to the other group. Kind of interesting that I just get to choose one or the other, and I don't necessarily need to do both. Like, either or is good enough for the plot line.
Excellency, I was told that you saved my soldier. Thank you. You can't imagine what this means to us.
Please. I did nothing more than follow the instructions your nurse gave me.
Did you learn what you needed to learn?
Yes. I was able to question your man, and he told me what he saw. He and his company heard sounds of the attack, and they went to investigate. My cousin's escort were nearly annihilated by animals that jumped out from all sides. A strange sorcerer controlled them. It was he that took my cousin.
One of those rebel savages, no doubt. I knew that they'd be behind all of this. They must have learned that an important man was in the region and thought he would make the perfect hostage. I'm sorry. I would give you some men, but...
I wasn't expecting anything from you.
I know where the camp can be found, and if my cousin is there, I will free him.
Like you freed the scholars. You're a good woman, Excellency. Thank you again for saving my soldier.
I need to be going.
I would very much like to do the same. Safe journey, Your Excellency.
All right. Leveled up. Fantastic. What are we going to throw our points into? Hold on. We could max out Fury, which will now heal and recover armor. What are we going to throw our points into then? Next. How about Roll? Yeah. Roll will be our next... Our next thing. Attributes. What are we going to go for here? Like, I should probably increase mental power so I could use a new ring. It's been a while since I've upgraded that. So, I'm going to do that. Or should I increase endurance so I could finally wear, like, slightly stronger armor? I'm going to do that, actually. Like, I don't have stronger armor on my person. Oh. Oh. This group. They're over by the... Oh, my... Digidensen camp? Alright, let's go there. Now, if the natives here have my cousin, like, you'd think there would be some sort of, like, plot thing. Like, the guards at the front would be like, hey, now's not a good time, we're doing construction on our pipes. You probably want to come back later. That's just a Bridge Alliance member. That's a couple dead Bridge Alliance members in cages. Okay. Let's see what's going on here.
Hello.
Renaigse, there you are again. What do you want?
To speak to you about my cousin's capture and the massacre of his escort. A soldier from the nearby outpost survived and told us that you were present on the battlefield.
Menace them? Convince them to speak.
I know that you see us as your enemies, but we are not here to harm you. I only seek to find the man I consider to be my brother, as well as
though
the
he is
man
in
who was
fact my
protecting
cousin.
him. Katasak, one of your greatest Donegad.
No Donea Exregao would attack Katasach.
If you didn't attack him, you must know what happened to them. I was told that an islander took my cousin away. Perhaps your men were there to aid them.
We do not have your cousin, and we do not know what happened to him. As for Katasach, and the worst, Tire, he died from his wounds. That night, we heard the sounds of a terrible combat. The ground shook all the way to our homes. We went to see, but we arrived too late. The last breath of Katasach had returned to the wind when we arrived there.
So the healer is dead. Okay.
We could do no more. We carried the body of the Donegad and brought it here.
He gave his life to protect Constantine. May he rest in peace. This request might surprise you, but we would like to see him.
Why? What do you want to do with him, Renaigse?
Examine him, to understand what killed him. We were told that an island native was there, and that he likely led the attack.
No Donea Exregal would attack Katasach. You have been lied to, or they were mistaken.
That is the very reason I need to see his body. To understand.
You may see him. But if you desecrate his body, you will pay for this offense with your life.
We just want to look. We're not going to cut him open. That is beyond our expertise. Also, why do you still have Bridge Alliance dead folk in your cages? Like, this seems to be your hut. Like, you probably should not have corpses in cages, for one thing. Alright, where are... Yeah, so the question becomes, like, are the wounds caused by magic? Are the wounds caused by blades, explosives? Ah, son of a... Oh, nope, I can climb up over here. There we go. Oh my. Hold on.
Myself for having suspected him. Forgive me, Donegad, to have doubted your loyalty. And even more for what we are about to do. Now then. Let's see what story this corpse has to tell.
Yeah, his chest exploded?
The corpse retains the marks of a bludgeoning. There are large bruises all over it. I can see no wounds that could be attributed to a blade or musket shot. The main wound is found on the chest, which was crushed by something tremendous, to the extent that the skin has been torn, and the ribs are in pieces and the organs punctured.
This is also like the first corpse that we have found where, like, the corpse itself looks like a dead folk, as opposed to previous morgues we've been to, like, they're either just covered up so you never see them, or they're just regular model.
I would venture to say it was inhuman. I can only imagine one thing that would have inflicted such a wound.
A Mega Man?
It's as if an enormous burning stone hit him right in the center.
A cannon?
And seeing as how the bodies of the soldiers we found were sporting wounds of a similar nature, we can deduce that we are tracking a man or a creature capable of using molten rock as a weapon.
I can't imagine an Adaig behaving like this. It is not that way.
Yeah, but strange things have been happening on the island.
Warriors true, but to attack Katasach. The power to call volcano fires could only be that of a guardian. No simple man wields mountain fire.
We still don't really know who is actually behind this attack, nor what they want. Judging by the severity of these wounds, I fear the worst for Constantine.
All your experiments. You've learned so little.
Okay, what do you
You've
have to
learned
contribute?
fear. Your instincts should have been enough.
We had to at least try. Are you not even concerned? Or angered by what happened to Katasach?
We've grown accustomed to the loss of lives, your relentless attacks and incessant treacheries. All the same, there is truth in your words. This attack is out of place. Guardian and Donegad would never attack one another. There is a ritual that might help us. Anatalas Fair.
The Anatalas Fair? What is it? Tell me more.
It is a magical rite that only a person with a powerful bond to both spirits and nature can perform. It allows the Donegad who chants it to relive the last moments.
Oh, that sounds convenient.
of Manawi.
That would allow us to at least see the face of his assassin.
If what I have heard is true, yes. To my knowledge, only one Donegad still living knows the ritual.
Let's ask her for her help then. She might be able to tell us what has become of Constantine.
You are quick to ask another to put her mind in danger for your own concerns. Imagine the pain of the wounds of another, shaking your body as the cold of death crushes your beating heart. This is what you must ask of the Tiernahach. It is the price she must pay for performing the ritual. When her companion was lost in battle, fighting against your own, she wanted to live that death beside her. Since that day, our Tiernahach Gedachtas has never breathed air with the same breath.
That would explain her distrust of the colonials.
You must make her see your purpose. It may be the only way you are going to learn the fate of your cousin.
All right. So where is... Okay, not localized here. Okay. All right, let's see if this person is willing to help us out.
Hello, Mev.
Renoixe, why have you come here again?
Yeah, nobody's very happy to see me, ever. Tell me about the ritual of the dead.
I've come to ask for your help.
My help? You still seek the remedy for the sickness on your island? Or are you looking for something else?
My cousin has been taken, and I've been told that you could help me.
Truly? And in what way?
By performing the Anatalis fair on the body of Katasak the Donegad.
Katasach is dead. Under Voshtire. This is a great tragedy. He was a good man. Perhaps the best of us all. How did this happen?
Yeah, we're
With
still
my
trying to
cousin
figure that one
a
out.
Sacred site when they were attacked. My cousin has disappeared, taken according to a witness, and Katasak suffered terrible wounds. We examined him, and it seemed as if he had been struck by molten rock.
Fire of the earth. Only the Nadaig Manemen have the power to wield it. But none of our own would have attacked Katasach.
This is why we need your help. We want to understand and to find who's responsible.
And you will avenge the dead as you have avenged my wound in the past. Very well, Renoixe.
Ah,
I
all
will
right.
help you. And I also wish to gain understanding. Our island wails in suffering. Many Sinol Menawi have died. The Anatalas fair may kill me, but at least I will know. You will need to act as my Voglendaig, and bring to me the necessary ingredients while I prepare.
What do you require?
A potion. And listen and remember, or write in your language what I shall tell you. Do not forget, the viscera of the scavengers must be taken from a place near the battlefield, because they contain the flesh of those who fell. As for the personal object of Katasach, find his weapon, because it knew his fury and his despair.
He didn't have a weapon when I found his body. I'll search the battlefield.
Where can I find him?
In Duren's camp. She recovered him after the battle.
Very well. Not far from there is a sacred circle. You'll find me there when you have united all that I need. Then we can perform the ritual when the moon is high.
Are we leaving with her? Like, we still don't have the things.
In that case, let's go together to the ritual site. The place of the attack is not far from Duren's camp.
Very well. I'll follow you.
I mean, we can see where this takes us. I might actually step away from this quest so that I can... Yeah, because I still need to find Katatash's, Katasak's weapon. I need to find the Viscera. I think I'm going to step away from this and start with the DLC. Because I feel like we're going to be pulled towards the end game. Whatever is happening now with... Also, that deer just disappeared. Whatever's happening now is leading up towards that end game. So I feel like this is going to be an easier moment to step away from the story, to do the DLC, rather than later on when there are cities on fire. Alright, I believe that for the DLC, this requires me to talk to Lady Mirange, see what's going on with the de Vespe family, why they have come to Tear for Thee, why they are as dangerous as they are. They are apparently a family of assassins. Also, your dress does not quite cover up your model.
Ah, Lady de Sardet. Did you get my message?
Indeed. The arrival of the de Vespe family in Tearfredi is surprising, and no doubt worrying. But without knowing their intentions...
Nothing good can come from that family, for the interests of the Dorsey family and Serene. But I truly cannot tell you anything about the reason for their presence. The message I received was brief. Aurelia de Vespe announced her arrival on the island and asked to see your cousin as soon as possible. She and her entourage seem to have settled in a region that I do not know. Adag ol Credo, north of Vikshadir. I think it would be good for you to locate her and try to find out more.
I know this place, but I thought that only the Donaigada from the Baragnodas clan knew how to access it. It's a sacred place. That's where Animide shed his blood.
You should also take advantage and visit these unknown lands. Who knows what they have in store for us?
You're right. It's better for us to go and see what it's all about.
Alright. This also kind of explains why the DLC is...
Be careful. Don't underestimate the trickery of the de Vespes.
Is presented in this fashion that it is. Because at this point of the story, your cousin is unavailable. So for them to show up looking for your cousin and not being able to find him, like, this would be the only time after he gets kind of written out of the plot. But this is an area I've already been to, so most likely it's going to connect to... Yeah, I'm going to have to go to a... Oh, hold on. I have not been to this area. This takes precedent. Who cares about story and DLC when there's a camp to unlock? Also, like, none of these enemies anymore really kind of give enough experience to really level up these days. I seem to get most of my experience from just doing quests. Although the thing is, like, the experience bar disappears during combat, and it takes a few moments, so it's kind of hard to tell exactly how much experience just fighting the wild animals gives you. Oh, do I have enough vigor to climb this? I don't. So I cannot go up to that question mark. That's fine. We can instead go on towards the new area in the game, where we will hopefully find Aurelia de Vespe. Alright, we don't need to worry about camp because nobody has any side quests for us. Thankfully. Alright, and on to the DLC area. Which, strangely, has already kind of opened, like, there is no fog of war, it's just there. Which is interesting. We got some big old bones off in the distance. Looks nice and picturesque. Is this blocked off? Yes, it is. So how do I access any of these things? All right, maybe let's go for that question mark. Oh, this is just the small wood. The big wood comes later. Okay. They look kind of dumb, but I guess I'll go with it. Like, these guys are supposed to be like just wilderness animals, not necessarily monsters. Nice big stone rock pillar up ahead. Excellent. Ah, how very rude of you. Ah. Yep. No, we're looting now. We're done with the fight. You can put your hands away. All right. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's go towards the question mark. It's kind of unclear as to how easily this forest is to navigate. Oh, hello. Let's actually do a storm. Because the problem with Fury is you don't actually restore any of your Fury meter when you're using it. Whereas Storm, it does stasis everybody, and you're able to restore Fury as you're attacking people. Okay, so now I can cast Storm again. And then by the time this fight is over... Okay, so I've kind of come up to a dead end. That's fine. Maybe this'll show up in the... Nope, we're done fighting. Put away your hands. Sarde, okay, thank you. It would be nice if there was a way to just, like, disengage. Like, it's one of those things where, like, disengaging combat is always one of those options where you're like, Why is that even an option in the game? Why do I need to holster my weapon at all in this video game? Until you reach the point where you have a video game where you're like, you know what? It actually kind of makes sense for me to holster my hands in this video game. Because not disengaging from combat means that I'm constantly dodging while trying to loot. I mean, I suppose these are new creatures, but I don't know. I feel like that's the thing of this game overall, is that a lot of you spend a lot of time fighting these anonymous wilderness creatures, and none of them are particularly exciting, except for the Mega Men. But those guys are Mega Men. They're bigger than regular men. They're Mega. They've got a thing that allows them to stand out. All right, where is the next question mark? Was over there. Whereas, like, these anonymous monsters. Oh, son of a... I cannot cross. Where... Oh no, I can cross over here. Excellent. Am I fighting these guys? I am fighting these guys. Alright, let's cast Storm, because they are relatively tougher. Alright. Am I on the right side of the river? I'm the wrong side of the river. That's fine. I can get to the right side of the river where I need to be a little bit later on. Or at the very least, it looks like there is a path. Like right over here. But what? Why would there be just another... Can I even access this thing, actually? Based on where it's positioned on the map, it kind of seems like... Oh. That it's a little inaccessible. Yeah. And it's just a skill point. I mean... Oh. Okay, this is a dead end. Okay, it circles around. Oh my gosh. In a different section. Hello? Don't mind me, just coming through. Yeah, let's see if we can circle around and collect this skill point. Nope, a little bit farther. You know, it's here where having a map on screen would actually kind of be useful, because, like, the geography is such a fashion that it just makes it a lot easier to have to constantly check your map over and over again just to see... Oh, hello. And then instead of having to check your map over and over again, like having a mini-map would be very useful. Even if, like, there is a whole school of thought in regards to, like, what's more important? Having a very clean interface or having a functional interface that is messier, but it provides more information. There's obviously extremes to this point, and the biggest extreme that I can think of is the video game The Getaway. Ooh, another cap. There's the third one. Where if you haven't played The Getaway for the PlayStation 2, it is a game that, like, goes out of its way to remove all HUD interfaces to the point in which, like, you have limited amounts of health, but you can't tell how much health you have. You just kind of see how bloody your... Oh, how did I guess I was not here before. All right. By how bloody your shirt is. You have limited amounts of ammo, but you cannot actually see your ammo counter. There are scenes in the game where you're expected to chase down... Oh my gosh, I'm definitely taking the long way around. Where you're expecting to chase down bad guys in your vehicle, but you can't look at the map, you can't... There's no arrow telling you where to go. Instead, your turn signal turns on when the game is like, oh, you probably should take a left down here. So there's an extreme as to, like, how little. Versus, say, like, King Kong, the game. King Kong, the game, doesn't tell you how many bullets are in your gun. But at any point, you can press a button and your character will, like, pull out their magazine, look at their gun, and say there's about 5 bullets left. It declutters the interface, but the option to know how much to get your information is always easily accessible, and that's what they need to do. For now, though, got any suggestions for something to play next? Leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.